Hello friends, today is Sunday, August 18th, and I get married this Saturday, August 24th. I still can't believe that the time has come. We got engaged last October, so it's been nearly a year since this has been in the works. So for it to finally be like wedding week, I'm a little bit freaking out, but like in all the best ways. I have so much anxiety, but like again, in the best ways. But for this week's plans, today I am going into my friend's salon because she's gonna do some like demo hair on me because I'm not totally sure how I want to do my hair for the wedding. So we're kind of just going to experiment a little, and she's gonna do a little trial run, so to say. I'm gonna go do that here in a little bit, but I wanted to share the first book that I will be reading in this video, and that is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I read a Lucy Foley book last year, I think. I read The Paris Apartment, and I didn't love it, so I was a little bit nervous to pick this one up. I've heard some mixed things about it, but I feel like most of the things that I have heard about it have been good. So I believe this follows a group of people that are going to, I don't know if it's an island or if it's just somewhere that has really bad like cell service or something, but they're going somewhere for a wedding. And the two people who are getting married are, I believe, a movie star and a magazine publisher. So it's kind of more like a high-end wedding. I'll read this little sentence from the synopsis. It's not long after the cake is cut and the champagne popped that resentments and petty jealousies come out. Worse yet, the latest barometer reading shows the weather has shifted from fair to changeable, and dark clouds are looming overhead. Everyone on this island has a secret, everyone has a motive, and someone won't leave this wedding alive. I'm looking forward to it, and this is my first wedding-themed book that I will be reading for my wedding week and honeymoon week. But yeah, wedding is this weekend, and then we are leaving for our honeymoon on the 29th, and then we get back from our honeymoon on September 5th. So from now until September 5th, I will be reading strictly wedding-themed books. This week we are doing a few things. Tomorrow I'm getting pedicures with my mom and my sister, and then on Wednesday I'm getting my eyelashes done, which I haven't had eyelash extensions in a long time, so I'm kind of nervous for that, but also really excited because then I don't have to like get ready the entire time that I'm on my honeymoon in just the next couple weeks. And then Friday I believe we're just spending the day like setting up and whatnot. So I just figured I would take you through this entire journey over the next 2 weeks and make it really fun and bookish as well. I know that I'm going to be really busy over the next 2 weeks, but me and Danny are trying to like chill out and just like enjoy this time together. So I know we are also going to have a lot of downtime, especially throughout our honeymoon, so I'm hoping to get a lot of reading done. But for now, let's go get to my hair done. So I made it about 25 pages into the guest list before I realized that reading a wedding thriller right before I get married probably isn't the best idea. I don't want it to give me any unnecessary anxiety. I don't want it to make me feel weird at all about my own wedding. So I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. Instead of reading the guest list right now, I'm going to be reading the Unhoneymooners because this is light, it's fluffy, it's funny, and I just feel like it's gonna put me in a good mood for my wedding. And I'm gonna read this after my wedding, so I'll probably start this Sunday. I started reading it, and it's literally about a wedding that goes so very wrong, and I'm like, I just feel like this is gonna make me feel weird about my own. So we're sticking with a funny wedding themed rom-com for the moment. I am though excited to get back into this. I just, yeah, thought it would be a better idea to read this after my wedding. So tonight I'm going to start the Unhoneymooners. It is Tuesday already. I haven't been reading as much as I wanted to throughout the last 2 days, but I did just get done with work for the day, and it is about 5 o'clock, so I'm going to be just reading for the whole rest of the night. And this book follows, I believe, our two main characters, Olive and Ethan, and Olive and Ethan are kind of like rivals, but they're in the same, I believe, like wedding party, and everyone at the wedding gets, I think, food poisoning except for Olive and Ethan. So since everybody in the wedding party is sick, including the bride and groom, there is a honeymoon trip that's kind of up for grabs. So Olive and Ethan are not going to pass up that chance, so they take the honeymoon trip even though they're rivals. I just think it's such a funny idea. I've heard a lot of really good things about this, and I've had it on my shelf for a very long time, so it would be nice to get a book read that I've had for over a year and a half. Hello, my sweet friends. I got to page 50 in the Unhoneymooners last night. It is hilarious. I'm loving Christina Lauren's writing. I don't think I have read a Christina Lauren book yet in my reading career, so this would be a first, I believe. And so far it's just so fun, and I am really loving like the wedding theme. I did get my eyelashes done today, and it feels so weird. I feel like every single time I get my eyelashes done, which I haven't in a very long time, but like I feel like every time that I do get them done, the first day is always the weirdest because I feel like my eyes are like very heavy, and I'm just like not used to seeing like a black line on my eyes. So it's been taking some getting used to, but I think they're cute. I think they're fun. I really just got them because I didn't want to get ready on my wedding day really, or my honeymoon. I just want to kind of like wake up, get up and go. And I just feel like sometimes when I have eyelashes on, I just look a little bit more put together. We are 3 days away from wedding day and I'm getting so excited. Tomorrow we are going to a little like U-pick flower farm, and I'm going to cut all of our flowers and do all of our arrangements with my mom and then maybe my sister as well. I don't really know who else is coming, but we're gonna be doing that tomorrow, which I'm very excited about because I love doing floral arrangements. I don't know, I'm not like the best at it, but I just find it very fun and therapeutic. Going back to this book though, I am so excited to see Olive and Ethan go on this trip because right now she just decided that she's actually going to go with Ethan, and just what I've gotten from their relationship so far in the last 50 pages, I feel like it's gonna go like this. She thinks that he can't stand her, but really it's just that like he's in love with her, or like he's very like infatuated with her and he just like doesn't know how to show it or something. I don't know, but the banter between them is pretty funny, so I'm excited to see more of that in the book. I'm hopefully going to read a big chunk of it tonight. I am done with work for the rest of the week until after our wedding, so I have the next like 4 to 5 days off and I'm so excited. So tomorrow, before the flower stuff in the evening, I'm just going to binge read all day, relax, kind of just get ready for the weekend. I also got my wedding earrings in the mail today. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna wear these because they're a little bit heavy, but I just got these pretty like gold flower earrings. I'm not a big diamonds girl, so I thought those would be really pretty because I'm wearing my dress. You guys will see it at some point, but my dress is just very like simple and kind of boho. I thrifted these boots from the thrift bins, like the Goodwill thrift bins, for $3 like 4 years ago, but they're the cutest boots and I think I'm gonna wear those. I forgot I had them in my closet, but these are the boots that I'm talking about. They're just like these really retro, vintage, like, I don't know, cowgirl looking kind of boots. They're my literal favorite boots of all time. $3 at the thrift store. That's kind of the vibe for wedding day. I'm gonna go get very cozy and keep reading, and I will update you guys a little bit later. Hello, my sweet friends. I am updating you guys kind of late because yesterday obviously it was wedding day, so I was just busy. I pretty much blacked out like the entire day, if I'm being honest. I don't remember a lot of the events that went down, but they were all good. It was such a beautiful day. It was amazing. We had such a good time. It was so chill and low key, and it was just Oh, it was so beautiful. I did not take any pictures on my phone, like at all. I lost my phone for a solid like 3 hours. So that was fun, but I'm getting the pictures back slowly from all my friends and family. But right now we are just in the little loft. This place is absolutely gorgeous. It's like technically a 3-story loft. So this is like the downstairs area, and then the upstairs is I showed you earlier with some like B-roll. And then the top is actually like the patio where there's like a hot tub, a couch. You saw all of it earlier, so you know what I'm talking about. But I read a little bit more this morning. I think I'm at page like 200 now of the Unhoneymooners. Still absolutely loving it, kicking my feet, giggling. It's so much fun. This bathroom is phenomenal. The shower, gorgeous. The mirrors, gorgeous. This toilet literally looks like an egg. But the floors of this bathroom are heated. They're heated, the floors. So my feet love it so much. My little cold, clammy feet get so warm, and it's glorious, especially like right out of the shower or the bath. But anyway, now for the rest of the night, we are going to just hang out. I'm going to go up on the deck and read for probably like an hour or so, and then we're gonna have like a cozy little movie night. I don't know what movie we're going to watch though, but this is our last night in this little Airbnb, so we just wanted to have like a cozy day in. I feel very accomplished right now because I finally finished the Unhoneymooners. It has taken me a lot longer to read this than I was expecting, but because I've been so busy lately, it is currently Wednesday? I think? Yes, it's currently Wednesday. I think I started this a week ago. I could be wrong. I don't know what I'm going to rate this yet. I'm kind of in between like a 3.5 and a 3.75. I think I'm going to do 3.75. So starting with the things that I liked about it, the first half, I think I would say, was so funny. I was so giddy. It was cute. I loved the banter. I really enjoyed the characters. I thought the whole idea was very fun. Like the atmosphere of the trip that they went on was really fun. Their dynamic was really funny to see. I also really loved watching them kind of like soften towards each other. And when they did kind of finally start to let their mixed feelings go and just kind of go with like how they were feeling in the moment, you know? The entire time that they were on their trip, I just enjoyed every second of this book. And then about halfway through the book, I don't know if it's halfway or maybe a little bit more than halfway, but they come home from the trip. And then everything after that just kind of starts to get not as fun. I felt like after that halfway point, or whenever they did come home back from the trip, I feel like after that, it just kind of followed like a whole other plot line, and it wasn't really like funny and cute anymore. It was kind of just like drama, and it was kind of annoying also in a way. I feel like the romance between Ethan and Olive just kind of not like died down, but it was just kind of like forgotten about, and then we were focusing a lot more on her twin sister and her new husband. So I don't know, that like switch was very weird for me, and I honestly didn't enjoy the last half nearly as much as I did the first half. But then towards the end, like the last chapter, it obviously like picked back up again, and we kind of got that like funny giddy romance. But I don't know, this book was just really weird after that like first half. Overall though, I did still enjoy it. And this is where like it's so hard for me to rate it, because how do you rate books where like the first half of it you really enjoyed and then the second half you didn't really enjoy? Like, I just don't really know in my brain like where to place that. I do really like Christina Lauren's writing though. I loved the banter, like I said earlier. So I'm interested to pick up some of her other books. I did not know, or I forgot, that Love in Other Words was by her as well. And that is a book that I've been wanting to pick up for so long, and it's a book that I get recommended all the time. I wanted to buy it when I was in Portland with the book girlies, but I missed my chance. Oh well, I'll probably get it on my trip that I'm going on in a few days. Now that the Unhoneymooners is done though, I really wanted to get back into The Guest List by Lucy Foley, but I started listening to it on audiobook, and again, I just started feeling really weird about it, and like, I don't know, it just kind of made me feel icky in a way, and I don't know if that's just like a personal conviction, or if it's maybe this is just not the right book for me right now, but I really wanted to read like a wedding thriller since I read a wedding like rom-com, but I also have Ellen Hilderbrand's The Perfect Couple, so I don't know, I might just read the first like chapter or two of a few different books and then see kind of like what I'm in the mood for. We leave for our honeymoon in 2 days, and I could not be more excited for it. Until then though, I'm just doing a lot of YouTube stuff, trying to get as much reading done as I can. I think I might just bring my Kindle on our trip because I am planning on buying some books while I'm there, and I do have my other like wedding themed books on my Kindle. So for now, I'm going to explore my wedding themed TBR a little bit and see what I'm in the mood for. We made it to LA. Our flight went pretty well. Danny fell asleep for most of it, and then I just read for most of it. And then we couldn't check into the hotel until about 4 o'clock. So I think we got in at like 9 a.m. So from like 9 a.m. to like 4-ish, around 3-ish p.m., we just drove around and went to a couple different shops, and we went to a couple different bookstores. And I did end up getting some well, me and Danny both got some books at Barnes & Noble because I'm trying to get him into reading. For me though, I got Sarah Adams' The Match. I feel like Sarah Adams is going to become an auto-buy-author for me, and then Finally, I got this edition of Love and Other Words. I've been eyeballing it for a very long time. I finally just got it. And then for Danny, we got This Tender Land by William Kent Kruger and Ghosts of Honolulu, because he's very into like true crime. And so I thought that he would probably like more like World War II mystery thrillers because he likes World War II stuff as well. That was after we got off the flight, but on the flight, like I said, I did do some reading. So I think the last time I updated you guys, I was reading The Guest List by Lucy Foley, and I got like maybe 50 pages into it before I just decided to DNF, because you know when you're like reading a book and the characters just make you feel kind of icky, and they're just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just makes you feel weird and just kind of like gross, you know? That's kind of how like every character was for The Guest List, and I just like wasn't vibing with it, I guess I would say. So I ended up DNFing it for now. But I did start reading Happily Never After by Lynn Painter on the plane, and I got about, I think I'm almost 80 pages in now. And so far I'm really enjoying it. I think that this one has gotten some pretty mixed reviews, so I was a little bit skeptical going into it, but so far it's really funny. I mean, I am only 70, 80 pages into it, but so far it is really funny. It is very cute. I really like our characters. I've only read one book from Lynn Painter, and that was better than the movie, so because this is adult romance and that was YA romance, like it feels different, but I also like still get the Lynn Painter like banter and cute characters, you know? But we are just kind of like hanging out for the rest of the night in the hotel because we are pretty pooped from the day so far. So I'm going to keep reading Happily Never After, and then tomorrow we're going to Universal on Sunday, and then we're going to the Disneyland parks I believe Tuesday and Wednesday. So for tomorrow we don't really have big plans. It's mostly just gonna be like a chill day, so probably going to get some more reading done then, but I'll update you whenever I update you guys. Hello friends, what did I get to? Where's my Kindle? So I've got about 61% into Happily Never After, and I don't know if I feel like I might be entering into a little reading slump because I am thinking about DNFing this book. I was loving it the first like 80 pages of the the beginning. But then I don't know where it started like going south for me, but I think it's the fact that she is like not being oblivious, but she's just like doubting her feelings because she's very like anti-love, and they're just very like anti-relationship. And so like everything that's going on between them, she's just like, they're both kind of just like doubting in a way, and it's just kind of getting annoying. But it's also like very physical, but kind of in like a cringy way for me. So I don't know, I had to like skip over a lot of smut, and I'm just not really like having a good time anymore. I just don't really care, and I keep finding that I'm like skimming over a lot of pages. But I also feel like whenever I read like romance books back to back, I end up getting sick of them quicker because I'm just like reading, I don't know, I just get sick of romances specifically when I read them back to back. But most of the wedding theme books that I have are romances, so I'm like kind of stuck. And the other wedding theme book that I have is The Wedding People, and that's I think like a literary or maybe contemporary fiction, but I left it at home, so I don't really have anything else with me to start, and we have like 4 or 5 days left of our trip, so I might just have to read a not wedding themed book, because I do really want to read, because we have a lot of like downtime in between events and things that we're doing. So I don't really know what I'm going to read next. I think I'm gonna softy enough this book because I want to finish it still, but just like while I'm on my trip, I wanted to like read books that I'm like having a good time with and enjoying, and right now this is just not it. So I don't know, I'm gonna browse around a little bit. I did, like I said earlier, get Love in Other Words and The Match by Sarah Adams, but those are both romances. So I'm like, I need to not read, or I think I need like a mystery thriller or maybe like a fantasies or something. I don't know, but I need something different. So I'm gonna look at what I have on my Kindle, because I only brought my Kindle, and we went to Barnes & Noble today as well, and I didn't really find anything that I super wanted. So I don't know, I'm gonna look around a little bit on my Kindle, see what I have. Tonight we're going to a really fancy dinner. There's a steak that Danny has been talking about for so long, and so we're gonna go to that restaurant. And then tomorrow we go to Universal, which that was like the highlight of this trip, was Universal, because I've been wanting to go to Harry Potter World for so long, and we're finally going. I'm very excited about that. Sorry guys, the lighting is literally like so bad everywhere I try to film, but I was thinking about it too, and I think it's also the fact that I'm a little bit like anxious and overstimulated right now. Obviously, like I've said before, with traveling with ADHD, it's just kind of hard, because when I do like feel certain ways, it's really hard for me to like regulate my emotions back out. And since I'm not at home, I don't have my like safe space, my comfort things to kind of help me like regulate myself back out. So I feel like that might also be playing a little bit into like my reading experience right now. Just being around like a lot of kids for most of the evening, and then it's kind of constantly being like go throughout the day. It's all good thing. Like I'm having a lot of fun, and like this trip is so much fun, but it is also hard sometimes when I do start kind of feeling this way, because I can't do like the things that I usually do to get out of it, to like help regulate myself back out. But Danny he's literally the sweetest man in the entire planet, and he knows that Harry Potter is my comfort movie. And so there's a channel on the TV in our hotel room that I think just consistently plays the Harry Potter series. And so I was just like sitting on the couch, and he put it on for me, and it's actually helped quite a bit. But I'm just so lucky. Like, that's my husband. Anyway, we have about an hour until we go to our like fancy dinner. And yeah, now I'm just doing comfort things, watching Harry Potter. I have my heat pad, and I'm just kind of trying to like de-stimulate and like de-anxiety myself so that we can go and have like a good time at dinner. I forgot to share this, but we also went to Huntington Beach today, and there was a little like maker's market type of thing, and there was this girl who had a booth that had all like Christian apparel. And so I got this sweater, and it says, "Not because I have to, but because I love you." And I just think that that is like the most amazing reminder of like God's character. And I don't know, I just love the color so much, and like the simplicity of it. And then Danny also got one that says "God is love," and I want to go back and buy every single one of her things. I wish I got her Instagram, because I wanted to like order more stuff from her. But anyway, I really do need to go find what I'm going to read next, so I'll update you guys at some point within the next 24 hours. Hello, friends. I feel like I haven't updated you in a while. I feel like I haven't really filmed very much at all on this trip, but I wanted to do a little update because we just got back from spending the whole day at Disneyland and I am pooped. I just realized that I do not do, like, I did pretty good. Honestly, I'm pretty proud of myself for how good I did with the busyness and everything the last couple days. But I will say I feel so nauseous right now and just so out of it from being so overstimulated all day. I feel like I was dissociating for at least half the day. So now I've just been sitting here staring at a wall in silence for the last like 30 minutes. Disneyland was fun though. We had a good time. Reading wise, I have some sad news. Some very unfortunate news. I think that I'm in a reading slump. Oh, I hate to say that out loud. It sucks so bad because I wanted to just do so much reading during this trip. But then after I read Happily Never After, didn't even finish it, but after the 60% that I did read of that book, I think it put me in a slump. And now like everything that I pick up, I'm just like this, Like I'm not feeling anything. Nothing looks intriguing. I even tried to like go to a bookstore and like go book shopping to see like if that would help, you know, like spark something in me, and nope, it didn't. So we're just gonna have to ride out this little slump for the next couple days, and hopefully by Thursday when we leave, I will be in the mood to read again because we have a couple hours of flying time and I really just wanted to read that whole time. So that's gonna suck if I'm still in a slump. Last night and tonight I'm just not going to try to read at all because I don't want to like make the slump worse. I'm just gonna kind of give my brain a break and see like what happens. Sweet friends, I am home now, as you can see. I don't even remember the last time that I updated you guys. I think I was in the hotel and that was when I was like really overstimulated and stuff, and I told you I was in a reading slump, and I don't know if I was in a reading slump or if I was just reading not very good books, you know? So after I updated you guys last, I ended up not reading for a couple days. I think I updated you on like Tuesday, and then the day after that we went to California Adventure. So I didn't end up reading anything until the flight home, which was last night, and I ended up picking up My Lovely Wife. I wanted to stay on the theme, like on the wedding theme, and I know this book isn't like wedding themed, but it says My Lovely Wife, so like it counts kind of. But this one follows a couple who's like your average neighborhood family couple, you know, but they murder people together. So that's interesting. So far, I'm about 120 pages in, I think. And at first, I didn't know if I was going to be into it because I thought I was in a reading slump. So I was like, I don't know about that. But then I just kept reading because I was on the plane and I just wanted to like, you know, pass the time. And I ended up getting pretty invested into it. I'm not fully obsessed by any means. I don't love it, you know, but I am like pretty intrigued. Like I am interested to keep turning the page and like see what happens. The back says Dexter meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith in this wildly compulsive debut thriller about a couple whose 15-year marriage has finally gotten too interesting. I didn't know that this was her debut novel. That's actually really interesting. It's written pretty well for a debut novel, or a debut thriller at least. I don't know if she has other non-thriller books. But yeah, so far I'm intrigued. I'm having a good time. I absolutely love Dexter, and I'm definitely getting the Dexter vibes from this so far. I think that I just needed to mix it up a little bit. I think I was getting a little bit over romances, and I just needed something a little bit more like interesting and fast-paced, you know? So I think I'm not in a reading slump because I find myself wanting to pick this up and like wanting to continue reading. So that's a good sign. I was really scared there for a second that I was going to be entering into a pretty rough reading slump. Ooh, dodge that one. But anyway, I'm going to keep reading this. I have a lot of chores to do around the house after coming back. So I'm going to actually listen to the audiobook for a little bit, and I will just kind of bring you guys along and update you when I'm either done with it or when I've gotten a little bit more of the way through. Okay, I have to update you in the car because I'm like 80% through and I feel like I'm going to finish this book pretty soon, and I wanted to update you before I finished it. But I am getting some sketchy vibes from the daughter. Not like sketchy vibes, but I feel like she knows something. And the wife is definitely hiding things. I don't know. She's very sketchy. I feel like throughout this book so far, we're more like learning about how the family operates, and it's almost reading more fiction than it is like thriller, but I'm still like really intrigued. I'm definitely 100% still getting those Dexter vibes. If you do like the show Dexter, I feel like you would really like this book. I don't really understand how the husband has very much to do with the murders. I don't know. I have a lot of questions, and I'm hoping that they get answered in the next 20%, but I definitely feel like things are getting heated at the moment, and things are about to get like found out, I guess. I don't know how I feel about the wife. She just gives me such weird vibes. Okie dokie, friends. I just finished My Lovely Wife. I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. About what to rate it, at least. I just feel like, do you ever read a book and then you like finish the book and then you have no freaking clue like what you just read? Like, you know the big like main plot points, but you can't remember like any of the in-between. That's literally exactly how I feel about this book. And this book is not like a short thriller. It's about 375 pages. So it's nearly 400 pages, and I couldn't tell you what happened with a lot of it. But I wasn't like bored. You know, this book read very slow. I thought it was going to be a lot more thrilling than it actually was. Like I was saying earlier, it kind of follows like the family dynamic and just like their day-to-day lives more than it does like an actual storyline. So that like kind of threw me off a little bit. And then just like the twists and the things that did happen were kind of predictable. But I also, like I said, just I didn't have a bad time. So I'm just like very conflicted with my feelings. I think for now I'm gonna rate it like a 3.5 star. I think I just need to stop going into books with expectations, because I don't know if it's my expectations or if it's just the fact that I have been reading books that I don't really love lately, but something is going on to where I'm just not finding books that I really, really like. And I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's the books that I'm picking up problem. I don't know, but I did go book shopping today, and I do have the books that I just got on our trip. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe I am in a little bit of a slump still, but I'm hoping to get out of it very soon if I am, or just find a book that I actually really enjoy, because I'm just not having the greatest time lately. Overall, the characters in this book, I mean, really we're mostly following the husband, and he's kind of likable, but at the same time, I don't know, like he just does stupid things. It's like, why? I feel like I'm ending the book with still a lot of questions, and it just doesn't feel very satisfying, you know? Like, I feel like they didn't go in depth into the things that were supposed to be important, so it just left me feeling a little bit like incomplete, I guess. I don't know, but overall, yes, I think I'm gonna give it like a 3.5 for now. Not a bad book, just not my favorite. Would I still recommend it? Yeah, probably, but have the right expectations going into it, or just have no expectations going into it. That way you're not let down. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. This has been such a fun last couple weeks, and I'm so excited to have this video on my channel for forever and just like go and be able to look back on my wedding and honeymoon week. Although my reading was a little bit of a fail, it was still fun to do like wedding themed books around this time in my life. I think it's fun to read books themed on things that either are happening in your life or things that you're doing. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.